evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Boyertown Area Senior High School for the 2022 Boyertown Holiday Classic. For our 6 o'clock matchup, we have the visiting Red Devils of Avon Grove versus your Boyertown Bears. First, the starting lineups for the Red Devils. Number 2, Johnny Cox. Number 5, Mike Britton. Number 10, Kyle Anthony. Number 11, Brock Bernstein. Number 35, Adam Zealand. And now the starting lineup for your Boyertown Bears. At guard number 1, Ryan T. At guard number 10, Zach Ward. At guard number 23, Jay Pack. At guard number 32, Dylan Glass. And forward number 33, Richard Black. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you please rise and move your hats to the arm of America and the troops who defend our freedoms, playing our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Boyertown Area Senior High School, where tonight on the NFHS Network we bring you the 2022 Boyertown Holiday Classic. First up, we have the boys taking on the Red Devils of Avon Grove, followed by the girls contest immediately after this. As always, I'm Jim Towers with you, and tonight, the Reverend John Kaleda is not with us, so we had to go to the bullpen. And who else? None other than my firstborn son himself, Jimmy Towers, sitting in for John T. Kaleda. Welcome, Jimmy.
Thank you. Good to be here, Jim.
Good to be here, Jim. We'll see how long it takes you to call me Dad.
That's true.
So Jimmy is going to attempt to take the play-by-play call, and I will do my best John Kaleda imitation for the color commentary. Boyertown won the tip, lost it out of bounds to Jake Cap. So Jimmy, take over.
Thank you very much. Kaleda. Sad to be out, but here I am taking the spot. Goes down to the low block, just a bit short. Rebound by Avon Grove. Ooh. Richard Black falls hard trying to block. He would go to the line.
This will be Adam Ziegler at the line for...
Oh, he's not going to line.
Oh, he's not shooting.
I thought it was a shot.
See, your first mistake of the night.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Get used to it.
Jimmy's sport of choice is soccer. So all of you soccer heads listening, I'm sure we'll get some soccer equivalencies at some point in time tonight.
Oh. Josh Cox, three-pointer, is good.
Boyertown's going to want to run and take some quick shots. Like this one from Tinney.
Oh, and it's stuck. I haven't seen that happen in a while.
Someone from Avon Grove showing off his hops. Kyle Anthony, I believe.
Avon Grove look a little fast-paced compared to I've seen a couple other Pac teams playing here. That looked like a walk, and it is.
Look at you. Look at you watching too many Sixers games.
I've been watching a lot of Sixers games recently, that's true. Yep.
Although you're not going to get that call in the NBA.
No, you are not, as we just saw last night. Still, Boyertown has yet to put a basket. Got to get on the board here. Hopefully this drive. He called backcourt?
Either a backcourt or a carry.
I didn't see his signal.
Further up. One of the two.
Either way, turnover Boyertown, Avon Grove.
We call that a John Kaleda special.
Yes.
Arguing about a carry or a backcourt. Either way, it's a turnover.
The famous T. Rebound by Tinney. Goes down the court.
We talk about that a lot. Ryan Tinney playing that low block in the zone. Gets a lot of weak side rebounds.
Great take here by Ryan. That's a shame, because that was a great take. Back the other way we go.
That went right through.
Should be Boyertown's ball. Yep. Should be, yep. Good.
Kind of hope errant pass like that doesn't go off a leg or a foot.
Ooh, all over him.
Pressure defense early from Josh Cox, a little bit too much. First team foul for Avon Grove. Still up 3, 5:22 left in the quarter.
I haven't seen a productive offense yet from the Bears, like we usually do. They've just been cooking on offense this year. Big, long three from Cap. It is nothing but net. Jake Cap for 3.
Like to see that from Jake. Good start. Tied up at 3.
Great start from Jake. Oh, turnover. Stolen by Zach Ward. Jake again from deep. Just off the mark. And Jake comes down the other way and fouls. Number 5. I think that's number 5.
No, number 10.
Number 10. Kyle Anthony to the line. He will be shooting too.
You don't have to whisper. They can't hear you. You said he will be shooting too. It's like a whisper. You don't want to disrupt the foul shooter. Nice baseline drive by Cap.
Jake Cap with all 5 points so far. Boyertown up 5-4. Just a little over halfway through the first quarter. So far I've been seeing this 2-3 type of defense here, Jim. What do you think about that?
Well, it's what they've been, the usual thing for Boyertown. It's actually somewhat of a 3-2. They have their long arms up front. Talk about it a lot. And that's, mentioned it earlier, that's Tinney on the block. One of the smaller players, but does well with the rebounds. There's going to be a foul against Black.
Richard Black's going to draw a foul as he gets the rebound.
been just as impressed with Boyertown's defense as I have with their offense this season.
I would agree. I think they're just as hard pressing with their offense as their defense. Just a little bit too high for J Cap. Could have been a reach there, but lays it in for Avon Grove. 2 points. Tinney settles it down. And it's good.
Zach Ward.
Zach Ward for 3. Boyertown back in the lead. Great D.
So Boyertown likes to do, force some turnovers on the defensive end and come
and
back
it's good
and do
again.
that.
Zach Ward, another one. Great stuff when you can get Dylan Klass to steal from one end to Zach Ward, capitalizing with a 3.
And that's where you like to see in essence, a 5-point. You stop them defensively on the one end from getting a 2 or a 3, and you come down and get your own 3. It's a nice, really nice set that Boyertown would like to do more of. Going into the first 30-second timeout.
Avon Grove forced to call timeout after that swing.
2:30 left in the first quarter. Boyertown jumping out to a 5-point lead, 11-6. 2 team fouls each. Even in that category. So, Jimmy, you're about 6 minutes into your debut. How are you feeling?
Feel great. You guys make it look very easy, but as time goes by, I think it's starting to get used to it. It's fun. I think what helps is, watching you, listening to you and Kaleda almost every game, knowing the players already, knowing how they operate. They've been fun to watch this year.
They've been very fun to watch. Now they're back in a standard 2-3.
2-3. And it looks like Seth Kiefer has checked into the game here for Boyertown. Shot goes behind the glass.
We also have your soccer veteran into the game as well at the point.
We do. Stolen here by Avon Grove. Straight up, and he lays it in.
That's Braden Johnson we're referring to.
BJ bringing it up the court.
You like his style? You were saying his style on the court.
Oh, great pass. Down low. Oh, just cannot finish. Unlucky there for Seth Kiefer. But great look from Braden Johnson. Avon Grove will go the other way and drains a 3. Josh Cox.
It's his second 3 of the game.
And just like that, Avon Grove from that timeout have swung it to a tie game, 11-11, 1:30 left here in the quarter.
Talking about the soccer field, Jim, you see a lot of similarities in Braden's play on the pitch, as they call it, here on the basketball court.
Yeah, he never stops. He's always moving. He's always deep 3 again. Jake Cap. But yeah, it's when you look at him when he keeps running around. You always question yourself, like, is he tired? And then sometimes you just have to tell him, hey, BJ, keep going, and he'll give it more. It's incredible to watch, and especially on the basketball court. Great turnaround the other way. Richard Black lays it in for 2. 16-11. Boyertown couldn't get back. And Avon Grove, number 10, Kyle Anthony with the lay. And you would think, Jim, that Braden Johnson coming in from the fall to basketball, he's probably feeling pretty fit, coming onto a smaller court.
You would think.
Great pass here. Just short. call. Avon Grove. Ball off of Boyertown.
Red Devils will have 2.7 seconds to take it full court. Just don't want to foul here.
No foul. All right, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Boyertown 16, Red Devils 13.
So that equates to a 3-point lead.
What do we like to hear so far, Jim, in the first quarter?
Well, I think Boyertown's doing what we expect to see them to do. They're working on getting the ball. They've gotten some open three-pointers here. They have 4 3-pointers already in the first quarter, which has been the staple of their offense. And defensively, they're working on those turnovers, trying to get fast breaks. Looks like they're going to have to pay attention. Coming into games like this, we usually have a good job of scouting the PAC teams. But Avon Grove here, don't really see them very much. They have been a regular at our holiday tournaments. So once a year is quite different from how often we see the PAC opponents. So we're going to have to probably key on Josh Cox, number 2, 6 early points off of 2 3-pointers.
I would agree, and I think that's what's great about these type of tournaments in high school is you meet a lot of teams, a lot of schools that you're really not familiar with. Not a lot of scouting on them, so you kind of have to make in-game adjustments, and I think that's what's sometimes a good challenge for a coach like Travis Miller.
Yeah, he's been very good so far this year at those in-game adjustments. Boyertown able to get possession here to start the second quarter.
Braden Johnson takes in a 3, and he makes it. There we go. Good to see from Braden Johnson.
15 of Boyertown's 19 from beyond the arc.
Just in and out. Rebound, Jake Cap.
Great position by Jake Cap, and here comes their motion to try to get it out after that defensive
Beautiful.
rebound.
Great transition from the rebound. I mean, that's 3 seconds down to the other end.
And that's exactly what we talked about earlier. They want to do. They want to get a stop, and they want to convert quickly. Get out and run, and they were able to do it that time. So that's another 4-point swing. That's a walk, but they're going to take a steal anyway.
That was Trey Kern on the layup, and here comes Jake Cap down the other end. He did step out, Boyertown ball. Pretty good defense to prevent Jake Cap from getting the easy bucket.
So here's going to come the challenge for us tonight is Avon Grove's bringing us up. We do have this one's last name. Tyler Glick. We got the book from Avon Grove, and it's mostly first names.
Yeah, they don't really like showing the last names, huh?
So at least this one does have a last name. Number 3, Tyler Glick, checking into the game for the Red Devils.
I think what's also good is there's no repeat names.
Yes.
So, their first name, we can say it, and I think they'll know who we're talking about.
And there's only one Richard Black.
There is.
Always good to get a quick 2 points off the inbound play under the basket.
Oh, nice turnaround, Jay, from 35, Adam Ziegler.
Especially with the long arm of Richard Black right in his face.
Yeah.
This is something Boyertown did a little bit last game, too. They had Tinney and Johnson in the game at the same time. Very similar players. We talked about how much we love watching them play together as Richard Black gets called for a double dribble.
Yeah, I'll be the first one to say it. I love them on the court together. I don't know what it is, but sometimes you can kind of get confused who's who. Just their speed, their tenacity on the defensive end. Everyone's going straight up, but they get called a foul. Avon Grove's going to shoot 3.
No, they're going to shoot 2.
Or 2. Sorry, I was looking at their number. His number 3, Tyler Glick, is shooting 2.
Yeah, you mentioned it before about the fitness for Braden. And it's interesting, depending on the sport. Certainly soccer is lots and lots of running. Basketball certainly is more sprinting and jumping. And so it's a different kind of fitness.
Well, I will say from watching Braden play soccer, his position's good for this type of sport because it's all back and forth. So he's definitely used to the back and forth. As much as I yell at him to get back.
Great cut from Jake Cap.
Up and in for 2. Good look there.
Jake, one of the leading scorers in the pack early on this season, starting again this game with 10 early points.
Mid-range Jay turning around at the upper elbow. 35, Adam Ziegler gets it again.
The second one in 2 trips, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. Jake Cap with the drive and the lay. Great take by Jake Cap for 2.
Like how he went opposite the screen. Screen was coming from the foul line. He went the other direction. Good to see him taking advantage of reading his defender and seeing where he was on that and able to capitalize. He saw something and took him baseline and was able to beat him.
I really like that analysis, Jim.
Thank you, Jimmy.
3.
It's
no good.
It was very Kaleda-like.
It was very Kaleda-like.
Kaleda will probably listen to this back and tell me I was wrong.
That'll be Josh Cox, a guy that we're probably watching out for.
Jimmy, it seems Avon Grove is just hanging around, hanging around.
Yes. I'm going to call him.
I'm going to call foul one of the Avon Grove players.
On the floor? Yeah, okay. Yeah, every
you
time I turn my head, I see the...
You don't get that kind of continuation in high school.
No.
Wide open 3-corner for Jake.
Jake Cap for 3 again. It's really nice when you're on from 3-point range. It really is. It's hard to beat. When you're on, you're on.
That's his 3rd 3-pointer. 15 total so far.
I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, he has 15 points.
Finding it hard to keep stats while you're doing the game over there, Jimmy?
Not as bad as I thought I would. But definitely, I just get lost in the game. And there's going to be a walk on Boyertown.
Yeah, Tinney was bringing it up. He saw that cutting on the baseline. I think he just got a little too excited.
Got a little excited,
He was so wide open.
It's hard sometimes. You see, like, you just want to get the ball there, and you take an extra step. So right now, halfway through the second quarter, Boyertown 30, Avon Grove 21. 9-point lead for the Bears. I think the defensive end of the second quarter has definitely been better than the first. As I think he knees it out of bounds. It is. It's going to be Boyertown ball. Good D. Great patience defensively from Boyertown. I like you said, Jim, this year we don't know. For me especially, I don't know what I like more watching from the Boyertown boys basketball team, their defense and their offense. I love a great defense. But, you know, they've been shooting lights out, but their defense has been hard to beat.
It's been great to watch, but at the same time, when you're putting up that many 3-pointers, that's certainly an on night for Boyertown. And Jake Cap is feeling it.
He is feeling it. He is feeling it. That's 17 first half points so far.
3.5 left to go in the first half.
You know, I think and a steal, Jake Cap on the defensive around the back. Collects it. Ryan Tinney with the drive, kicks out to Trey Kern for 3.
That's got to be a timeout from Avon Grove.
It's got to be. And they do call it. Good call, Jim. 35-21, Boyertown. Still 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
They really ballooned to that 14-point lead on the back of Jake Cap. And again, it's exactly what we talk about all season, is they are just on from 3-point land. We're joking about being able to keep stats here while we're watching the game. I can only do so much of keeping track of who's scoring what. I would love to know what their field goal percentage is right now, especially the 3-point percentage. I know they missed a couple early, but they're really, to see their offensive output right now is remarkable. And if they can just maintain this pace for the next 3.5 minutes, go into halftime with a stable 14, 18-point lead, it's going to be tough for Avon Grove to come back from.
Yeah, you know, we talk about the in-game adjustments for Travis Miller. He's been doing a good job this year when you see a team that you don't see a lot. But on the other end, Avon Grove haven't seen Boyertown much. So we can kind of capitalize as Boyertown takes a commanding 14-point lead. Not knowing what Jake Cap may be about either, because he's certainly feeling himself. I know watching Boyertown's offense this year, it's been pretty spread around. But when Jake Cap's on by himself, he's hard to stop.
He certainly is, and Avon Grove's having a tough time stopping him right now.
They're going to switch to a man defense. I love the variety of defense that Boyertown brings.
And that's not uncommon.
No.
Coming out of a timeout to switch up a defense on them and get them thinking one thing and come out in something else. Avon Grove also in a man-to-man.
3-point again from Zach Ward. That's, I believe, his three-point of the night.
Yeah, absolutely is. His third three.
Lights out from three. Really good to see. And for them, I'm sure it's fun. They're having fun shooting all those threes.
And there's Tinney.
Unlucky from Tinney. Great stand-up defense from Jake Cap. He'll dish it out. Mike Britton goes up for it, and he's going to get fouled. He's going to go to the line. Actually, see, I can never tell if he's bringing it up, if he's going to shoot or they're not going to shoot, but it's going to be on the floor. And Avon Grove's going to inbound the ball here. 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
2:01 left in the second quarter. Got to be exact there, Joe.
All right, there.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh. See, this is the problem with this. Is he had great defense, but unfortunately, if you look at the referee who called that foul, it was from behind, and Zach Ward had his hand on that player's waist, and so I think that's the reason he got the call, because it was a very, very clean block. But just having that hand on that waist, even if he pushed or not, that perspective, it looked like he had an impact on the play, which is what is sending Brock Bernstein to the line.
Bernstein. Makes both of them.
Boyertown has not been to the line yet.
That is true.
With 1:53 left in the first half.
And they've been driving a lot, too. Offensive foul here. Gonna take it back the other way.
I assume that was a hook, maybe?
I guess, yeah. It looked like he, I think the ref was motioning, the hook of an elbow into him. Unfortunate there for Jake Cap. And Avon Grove takes possession. There's a three from Josh Cox, short. Avon Grove with the rebound. Taking back Jake Cap on the break. And is fouled. Just as we say that, Jake Cap going to the line.
Yes, he is.
Jake Cap will be shooting too. Of all the days to get the debut, it's a doubleheader.
Yes, it is a doubleheader.
I'm excited.
We have the girls coming up next. I think they're playing Villa Joseph. Yeah, they're playing Villa Joseph.
I believe so. Jake Cap makes both. 40-23 Bears. Late left in this first half.
Again, this is right where I prognosticated that they wanted to be
Not
going
the
to
only one
halftime.
making mistakes out here, Jim.
No, well, I make quite a few.
Yes.
Currently a 17-point lead. I was thinking that they wanted to go into halftime with, roughly
16, 18. Yeah, you were saying
in that range. I think would be a productive half for them. Anything more, obviously, is good.
Yeah.
But to end the first quarter only up by 3 and then to go into halftime up 18 would certainly be an advantage for the Bears as they are coming out. And again, a man-to-man defense right into a trap off the pass.
It's going to go off Boyertown. Avon Grove is going to take it inbounds under the basket. And I think Boyertown was only down 3 this whole game, 3 or 4. So it hasn't been like they've been down too long. Deflect off of Boyertown here, but Mike Britton's going to collect.
That's a nice baseline
And
drive.
one.
You got in between the defense. That's exactly what you need to do in a zone. You got to get in between the players, and he was able to do that. And they found Adam Ziegler going baseline. He was going to be able to get a three-point play here.
Yeah, great backdoor cut. Backdoor pass was even better. Lays it in. Simple as that. Breaking the zone. Just about a minute left here in the first half. Is it too long to hold for one, Jim?
Yes, way too long.
Very contested shot, but he's going to get the foul. Zach Ward is. Is that Zach Ward or is that? Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's one of the many things that I talk with Reverend Kaleda about is the slower pace sometimes, but it's not in Boyertown's DNA. And they're a team that likes, like we said, that we've seen it all game. They like to play strong on the defensive end. They like to run in transition. That's the way they play, and that's what they're going to do.
You know, you already know I have a soccer analogy for that as well.
What's
but
that?
the very rock and roll type of style of offense and defense, foot on the gas all game. Oh, the soccer analogy would be Liverpool, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. All gas, no brakes.
With one of my favorite players currently, Mo Salah.
That's true. Good shout. Because everyone that is watching this or listening to this knows who he is.
Yep.
Anthony with a rebound, and he's going to...
Great decision from Ryan Tinney.
Hole for one. He calls a travel. Interesting.
They've been really tight on some of these double dribbles and carries and walks.
I was just going to say, I mean, I watched basketball. I haven't played, nearly enough. I mean, I played a lot of street ball.
Great D
Great
at the end of the
defense.
game there from Jake.
Yeah, I haven't played much, but I watch a lot of it, and sometimes you don't need to play to be, someone that knows the game. But to me, that's a little too intricate of a call there to make. But either way, Boyertown doesn't let it affect them as they go down the court and stand tall on their defense to go up 42-26 at the half.
And that's exactly, we talk about decision making, and Ryan Tinney made a great decision there. We've already talked about Boyertown being a run and gun, don't take your foot off the gas type of team, but that was an opportunity where he didn't have numbers, knew it was late in the half, pulled it out to try to get a shot. Unfortunately, Jake got called for a walk, but you have to come down there defensively and stop. You can't give up points after that when you weren't able to score and get that last shot of the half at the other end. So coming down and not fouling, not giving up points was a great way to end this half. And did you notice how many they're up by?
They're up by 16.
16.
Very good.
It's right around where we wanted. Again, they had a 3-point lead after the first quarter. Now they have a 16-point lead. So this is, dare I say, right where they want them. You have a good cushion.
Got them on the ropes.
Coming into the second half. So we're going to take a break here as the clock ticks down to under 9 minutes left in the half. We'll be back on the NFHS network for the second half. Boyertown, Avon Grove. We are back, Boyertown High School. We have about 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in halftime before we start the second half here of Boyertown Avon Grove. Avon Grove will have the ball to start that second half, trailing 16 to the Boyertown Bears. Boyertown has 5 timeouts left in the contest. Avon Grove has 3, and obviously we will start the half without any team fouls. So, Jimmy, the first time for you doing the commentary like this, what's the first thing you noticed differently about the game from up here and watching it from this standpoint that you did from a standpoint of commentating rather than a standpoint of just watching?
I think you, like any sport, I think, from a bird's eye view, you get to see the whole court and see how the defenses transition, different types of defenses, how offenses break down the opponent. And for me right now, it's looking like Boyertown's hard pressing Avon Grove on the offensive side and getting the fast break. And when they're not, they're just shooting lights out. It's hard to beat. But other than that, you can tell a lot of different, the speed of play is definitely faster from up here than it is, I feel like, from watching it down there.
Yeah, I enjoy watching games from up here. I like to see the spacing.
Yeah.
And talk about Boyertown, one of the things they've done a great job of this year is their spacing offensively in their 3-2 zone with their long arms up top. Their man-to-man, they get spaced out when they're playing man-to-man, obviously, because the defense is going to try to do that to them. But they just do a really nice job all around when it comes to that. And again, I'm going to reference Mr. Khalid. I know it's one thing he talks a lot about is spacing. Talk about a lot of sports. Doesn't matter what sport. Spacing is huge. Where you are, and I know in soccer, the term for it in soccer is keeping your shape. You have to keep your shape, and in basketball, it's not much different than that. So we'll see if Boyertown can continue this barrage of points that they had there in the second half. Looking at the scorers for Avon Grove, Josh Cox is leading them with 8. Tyler Glick has 2. Kyle Anthony 5. Brock Bernstein is 4. And Adam Ziegler 7 points, all of them there in the second quarter. On Boyertown's side, we have 4 from Richard Black, 3 from Braden Johnson, 5 from Trey Kern, and we have 2 in double figures. We have Zach Ward with 11 and Jake Kapp putting in 19 so far.
What I like about Boyertown from the first half is no matter what defense they're in, they give the same effort. And, sometimes when you haven't, when you're at man, sometimes that one player can, set the bar a little bit lower than the others. But no, it's everybody. They're all collectively defending well together no matter what defense they're in. And it's good to see.
And here's
right away.
Have a quick turnover.
Throwing it away. Boyertown ball.
And this is another opportunity here. You stop them on that opening possession in the second half. You're going to get the ball. It's one of those times where you love to be able to convert.
Yeah, ideal situation for the Bears. Trying to thread the needle. It's going to be taken away here. Tyler Glick. It's going to stay here for the Red Devils.
It might have been a little bit too much of a force. Again, like the idea, another backdoor cut from Kapp.
Kyle Anthony's 3 is just off the mark. Brock Bernstein, pardon me, misses the lay. And 3, another 3. This time it is Dylan Class, another Boyertown Bear, getting on the score sheet in the 3-point column.
And that's his first points of the game.
Hard take.
That's the kind of basketball where you're going to drive, you got to make them earn it.
Yep. And they did. That's going to be Mike Britton shooting 2. Great take, though.
Yeah, it was strong.
Gonna force Boyertown the foul there.
Trey Kern back in for Boyertown, early substitution. I would imagine
Very early.
don't have not keeping track of fouls up here, but I would imagine that's 3 on Richard Black.
Probably a good assumption.
That's why they took him out there. Hope not 4.
You really hope not.
But they have gotten good production from Trey Kern. He's been a very nice addition here.
Well, it just bounces off of Ryan Tinney's head. And Avon Grove's going to take back possession. 45-28, Bears.
And cue stupid soccer analogy.
What kind of stupid soccer analogy?
It went off his head.
Oh, it went off his head. Well, it did. It was an observation. I don't know if that was an analogy. Good rebound here.
Great rebound.
Ryan Tinney's going to take it back.
I don't understand why that wasn't called, but we're going to see if we can
play advantage here. You wanted soccer analogies. Great cut by Jake Cap. Oh, wow. I think they missed a foul there, but so be it.
There's a lot of aggressive play on that end of the court there that time.
Josh Cox, open 3, short. Rebound going the other way, Boyertown. Dylan Class. How's that not a foul? Don't know either. Will we go the other way? Back and forth. No points here.
It has really, really been a physical opening 2 minutes.
Letting a lot go, but sometimes you really like that. And Josh Cox, hard lay, and he gets it to go. Avon Grove down by 15 now.
And that's going to be a jump ball. Boyertown's going to keep it.
It's a lot of rebound stats for Dylan Class there. Getting his own rebound. Thankfully, still Boyertown ball. Inbound back out to Ryan Tinney. A foul on the floor here.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on body foul on Mike Britton again. Past 2 trips down the court has been incredibly physical. You're going to call a little body foul on that.
It's comical sometimes. Great dish inside to Trey Kern. Just off. Avon Grove collects, takes it back down. Josh Cox drives, dishes. And we're going to get a foul.
This is not shooting. Although I think Mike Britton thought he would be shooting.
It looked like he was going on, but Red Devils are going to inbound. Braden Johnson checks into the game. Good partnership of Braden Johnson and Ryan Tinney. It goes right. Who's that trick there? Out down. Ryan Tinney, great pass.
To Braden Johnson.
Partner in crime, Braden Johnson, for 2.
17-point lead now here for Boyertown. Full timeout called by Coach Miller. And this has been something that I've noticed he has done a lot. Second half, he'll get a little bit of a run, get a little bit of an advantage here early, and then calls a quick timeout after a make to set something up. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a full court pressure, maybe a half court defense that picks up at the mid line. Something a little different.
I like it. It's always like coaching as coaches trying to play chess with the other coach. And usually when you're going on a run, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, Jim, but when you're going on a run, you don't really want to stop your own momentum. Yeah, right?
No, you don't. But again,
I like it.
It's what Coach Miller has done a lot of. He likes to make sure things are figured out. And I think he and his assistant, Coach Hoff here at the timeout have been asking about some of that physical play that they've let go. And not a surprise, I'm wrong again.
That's
no
right.
full court
You're not a Clada. That's right.
But we're picking up man. Are the Bears. Nice switch.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mismatch right there, down low on the low block. Pretty hard to defend Adam Ziegler compared to Braden Johnson. And he will go to the line. Found the mismatch. And they took advantage of it.
Makes one of two, 16-point lead for the Bears.
Zach Ward with the ball. This is it down to Zach Ward. Turns around Jay. And it's good. Really nice move.
Great move from Zach Ward down at the low block. That shot's a lot harder than it looks.
Yes. Oh. Great reverse for the Red Devils. And they answer. Zach Ward driving. Unlucky to get it. A bucket there, and Avon Grove goes the other way for a three. Long. Good rebound by Jake Cap. Go the other way. Braden Johnson. Nice little overhead pass. Great ball movement. Get in. Oh, that would have been nicely rewarded for a great ball movement.
Took the words out of my mouth. That was great ball movement. It was even better defense from
Dylan
Class.
Ooh. Keep moving. Great drive here by Ryan Tinney. And he drops it in for two.
His first points of the game.
Yeah, he's the type of player, especially when we watch the game, he may not score a lot of points, but he's always, in the commentator's name. You know what I mean?
He does so much.
He just does so much. Jake Cap with a great drive. Adds on to his score sheet. And we're going to take time out.
Good job from Boyertown to really, again, the physical nature of the way the game was being played in the first part of this half. Boyertown did a nice job coming back from that. It was a little bit different. They were able to maintain. They now have a 20-point lead, extended from their 16-point lead at halftime. So they're doing already much better with it. In addition to that, they've extended their lead by 4 points 5 minutes into the second half. And Jake Cap has not been at that production level for him. Jake Cap only has 2 points in this half. He just scored those two. He's got 21 in the game. But it has been spread out. The other points have come from Tinney, his first two of the game. Braden Johnson, Zach Ward, and Dylan Class having his first points of the game from beyond the arc. So we specifically were talking at halftime about how that offense is usually more spread out, and we're certainly seeing that here in the second half as Avon Grove, maybe they are trying to key on Jake a little bit more, but certainly paying dividends for the other Bears who were able to get some points on the board. And they have themselves a 20-point lead with 3:05 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I like how the game goes on. The share the wealth type of offense comes to fruition, and everybody's going to get theirs. You know what I mean. It's good to see that. If Jake Cap's guarded a little bit more, someone else can step up, and as we've seen through this season already, there's some scorers on this team, no matter who it is, no matter who has the ball. Seth Kiefer checks in the game. He gets the rebound. Back out to Tinney. Great little bounce pass. Wow. It's a harder than it looked shot as well. Jake Cap reaching down low to put it back up for two.
Good job by Ryan Tinney to see him cutting baseline there from almost midcourt.
Could have been a better through ball, but nonetheless, great effort by both players.
There's more of your soccer terminology, a better through ball.
It just comes from me. I don't try. It's just
it's the way you talk.
Just something, yeah, I guess.
It's
something I'm used to. But people wouldn't understand it though. Sure they understand it. Boyertown extends to the 22-point lead. Great spin. And he's going to call for the foul. Good drive again by Jake Kapp.
And he's going to be shooting too.
Richard Black and Mike Moshe going to check into the game at the scorer's table. Ooh.
As is Nick for Avon Grove. Since we don't have last name.
Yes. You know, some things that the little things that you notice in the game, no matter what sport, but as a player, you see Jake miss both there, but the first one, his head just goes back in frustration. Kid's got over 20 points, and he's just still not satisfied. You love to see it. Avon Grove comes right back down. And who else, Jim? Josh Cox for 3.
His third three-pointer of the game. He's in double digits now with 13.
Zach Ward stays with it here. Richard Black here for 3. And it's good. Richard Black.
You knew the way Richard Black was set up there. As soon as he got that ball, he was shooting it. You could just tell by the way his body was positioned.
You get a 3, and you get a 3. Everybody's getting 3s.
Oh my goodness.
You just talk about what you like to see from up high. That's the stuff you like to see from up high.
I was just about to say, I don't think you can quite get the beauty of that pass if you're sitting down on the sideline over where Boyertown or Avon Grove is sitting as a team. That was pretty.
That was. It's fun. They're having fun.
And this is another one of those offensive and defensive pushes here for Boyertown. Stopping Avon Grove at the defensive end and converting offensively. Under a minute left to go in the third quarter. Jake is not going to be denied.
Again, it's hard to describe in words how much you enjoy watching this Boyertown. I haven't seen a team like this Boyertown team that does it both sides of the floor. I mean, one side, they're getting it done. Beautiful cuts, beautiful passes. And then defensive, they're just as tenacious on the defensive front. Again, getting a steal like that. And here we go, 2-on-1. Oh. And he's going to get away with, yep. Okay, now that wasn't called. Richard Black goes to the line. Great little 2 passes for Boyertown to get a look. Just unfortunate not to make it a 3-point play. But nonetheless, Boyertown up 62-36. 3 seconds left in the third quarter. 3.3, I should say, if you want to be specific.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Boyertown 3 points away from getting a running clock in the final quarter of the game.
No foul. They did the job. And that'll be it for the third quarter. We enter the fourth. Boyertown 64, Avon Grove 36. Another solid third quarter. And again, 64 points. And we still have a quarter to play.
Yeah, this Boyertown offense on this season has been something else. I mean, we've seen 2 80-point games and a 90-point game. And for a team, like we said at the very beginning of the game, likes to run, likes to shoot the 3, it's much easier to play that style when you're hitting them. And it sounds really cliche and really stupid, but it's true. When you are this hot from three-point land, this fluid offensively, it just makes the game so much easier to be successful. Couple that with the strength that they have on defense, holding this team to under 40 points in 3 quarters. And you have a recipe for what we're seeing here tonight, which is 2 points away from a running clock.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, great teams, no matter how, sometimes the great teams find an ugly way to win on some nights, but this night is not that night. It's good to see, even if they didn't, maybe make half their 3 points that they did. Maybe they're off a night. But when you play defense like the Boyertown Bears do, they're going to find a way to win on the offense. If they keep playing the way they are on the defensive end, teams struggle to score against them, no matter what. And when they're on defensively, it'll come offensively. No matter what, they're going to find a way because of how strong their defense is. We enter the fourth quarter. Avon Grove with possession, trying to chip away maybe just a little bit, and they're going to do that. Kyle Anthony lays it in for a three-point play.
That's exactly what Avon Grove needs. I think they have to be somewhat realistic with their expectations here. Coming back from this far down, this late in the game with Boyertown playing this well.
Yeah, when you're down 25 with 8 minutes left to play in one quarter, it's kind of hard to get yourself in the right mind, to be confident. I think you just want to see as a coach the team doing the right stuff. What you train for, running your offense, trying to defend well. I mean, that's what the only really thing you can achieve right now as a coach's standpoint. But Boyertown, I think, is not going to let up here if I know Boyertown.
Yeah, we call it winning the quarter. I think that's a mindset Avon Grove wants to have right now. It's
a good way of putting it.
A hard time coming back and winning this game, but win the quarter, see if you can make some improvements, make some adjustments.
Right. Great way to put it. Sometimes I never think about it that way because I don't play quarters. Josh Cox here trying to get something going for the Red Devils. Another tough shot there by Kyle Anthony.
That was unfortunate. It was great defense there from Kiefer and Ward. You see they literally just straight up in the air with their arms straight up. Made it very difficult. Yep. Richard Black just unable to get his hands on him. There's Ryan Kinney.
Just all over the place.
Giving it to the
all over the place.
Great defense also there by Mike Moshe.
Can't do anything about that. Solid shot there by Brock Bernstein.
Well, that was Kyle Anthony, I think.
Yes,
number 10.
It was number 10. And they get another stop. Avon Grove does.
Okay.
I was going to say, looked like good travel, but we're going to call it a jump ball.
That's a jump ball. I thought
yeah.
for sure he was going to call a body foul on that, but it was good that they all went jump ball and Boyertown going to get it.
It's going to be Boyertown's way. Richard Black open for three. It's going to be Avon Grove ball. Jake Cap, Braden Johnson checks into the game for Boyertown. 6 minutes, 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bears 64, Avon Grove 42. Still a 22-point deficit Avon Grove has yet to overcome, and that's not going to help.
No, that's type of unforced errors that you certainly don't want to make if you're trying to win the quarter.
Jim, you missing any of the food talk with Clayton?
Well, it's interesting. As Braden Johnson was a little bit of difficulty getting it up court there on that pressure from Avon Grove.
Right.
Coach Travis Miller calls a timeout. It's interesting because I've actually been probably paying more attention to the game.
Yeah, you got a different role tonight.
With it being your first game. Working you through that, but I am thinking to myself here.
Surprising, your mind's not on food a little bit?
Well, now with 6 minutes and 26 seconds left to play in the game, knowing that as soon as this is over, I'm going to be able to go get a piece of the Italian stromboli that is waiting for us.
No, remember, it's not Italian stromboli. Remember?
No.
Just ham and cheese.
Oh.
It's only Italian if it's got
gabagool and capicola.
No, yeah.
Okay.
And bruschetta?
No, bruschetta is the appetizer.
Okay.
Tomato.
Okay.
Although we had ourselves some good pizza. What was that? 2 nights ago? That Grandma's Pizza?
Yeah. Yes, we did.
So we will reset here. 6:26 left to go in the game. Boyertown, 22-point lead. 5 team fouls for the Bears, 4 for Avon Grove. 3 timeouts for Boyertown, 2 for the Red Devils.
I will say my mentality going into this broadcasting debut is when the Reverend listens to it back, and I hope he does, he just thinks to himself, man, I really hope I don't lose my job.
Which I don't think.
I don't think he's going to think that at all.
Boyertown unable to convert on their offensive set.
Yeah, not much production on the offensive here in the fourth quarter by Boyertown. And you hope that this doesn't get too much out of hand. You know, they got to stay solid on the defensive end. I'm still giving it up. Couple drives, past 3 drives, the Boyertown wins it back just like that. Braden Johnson trapped here. I think they're going to call foul on Avon Grove.
I don't know what this was.
I didn't see anything.
I don't think it's a foul. I don't know what
serious.
he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to ask about that one.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Either way, Boyertown's going to get possession. And
J
Cap's wide
open. They're not able to see it.
Zach Ward dishes it out to Richard Black. Braden Johnson. Finally, they see J. Cap driving, taking steps. Just misses.
They hate to bring it up now, but we often talk.
Just off for Josh Cox.
We often talk about the incredible 26-point comeback that Lady Bears had against Springford a number of years ago.
Talk about that, yes.
Talk about it a lot.
A lot, yes.
Avon Grove outscoring Boyertown 8-0 so far this quarter. There's a body foul.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I haven't seen too much around the rim from Boyertown on the offensive end. And Avon Grove's showing signs of not slowing down either.
Which is what you want to see from a coach, too.
Absolutely. J. Cap for 3. It's good. Of course it is. Should we be surprised?
That's exactly what Boyertown needs. They had a very, very sluggish fourth quarter.
Just like that, Avon Grove responds with Josh Cox.
But if you're able to, if you need something,
call Jake Cap up.
Follow your shot, Braden.
Yes, he does. Unlucky to not get his own rebound. Avon Grove just shooting up the threes. Jake Cap up to Dylan Class.
A little behind him.
And they're going to call travel on Dylan Class. Yeah, not the best pass. Dylan Class could have maybe gone up to the basket. Unlucky to get a turnover there. And Josh Cox is coming the other way. Boyertown 67, Avon Grove 46. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Josh Cox doing it himself, kicked out. No good. Josh Cox again with the rebound.
I have a feeling we're going to get a steady diet of Josh Cox and Kyle Anthony here.
Yeah, looks like it.
For the rest of the game for Avon Grove.
Cox's 3 is just short.
Avon Grove jumping on that at the top. Not letting Boyertown really get anywhere near the three-point line. Nice drive.
Black. Oh, just off. Same position when Richard Black made his first one earlier. Wow. It's a solid take by Adam Ziegler.
They're going to call that one on the floor as well. 16 foul.
Adam Ziegler frustrated that he couldn't get a three-point play there, as one would be after a hard take like that. And he finished it. Right under the basket, inbounds the ball. They're going to call Avon Grove stepped on the line. Boyertown takes over possession.
And Avon Grove's going to go full court here.
Yes, as they would, being down 21 with just about 3 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Dylan Class turns. Dylan Class looking for it. The low block. Out to Tinney.
I like the patience I've been seeing from Boyertown offensively these past couple of possessions.
Zach Ward just takes it away. Great ball movement.
Pass.
Jake Cap finds Dylan Class wide open right under the basket for 2.
When you're patient, those are going to come to you on a defense that seems to be overstepping, trying to get turnover, trying to play aggressive. You're going to get those open looks if you can find them. And Jake was able to find Dylan Class all alone.
Well, it's just like anything you say about the spacing. You know, you move the ball to move the defenders, and that's what Boyertown did. Made a couple passes, were patient with it. And again, another soccer analogy.
Well, it
move the ball, you move the defenders.
And it works in basketball as well.
Works in basketball just the same. You move the ball, you're patient with it on the offense. You get one guy just to be out of position, and you find the open man. And just like that, Boyertown's up 71-46, 2:05 left in the quarter.
My math is right. That's a 25 point lead.
Math is right. Are you surprised or impressed I haven't called you DAD yet?
I am rather surprised. You've only called me Jim like twice.
Yeah, that's true. Well, if Clayton were here, I would probably call him every nickname under the sun. But for you, not many. Could call you Bill the whole time. I think that would be funny.
You don't have to get into that.
Or Senior.
Senior would work.
Call you Senior. Oh, actually, that might be the new name.
Should be a kick or a knee.
Look like a knee ball. Yeah.
Near referee called that kick.
Can't do that in this game, huh?
No, you cannot.
It's too bad. Avon Grove's going to inbound the ball here. 1:53 left to play in the fourth. It looks like, Jim, that Avon Grove have brought in
Josh. Oh,
he's going to call it travel. Interesting. Well, it looks like they're going to bring on the reserves here, Jim.
Yeah, it looks like as we look at our book here, Avon Grove's bringing in Tashawn, Anthony, Moses, Nick, and Josh.
Because we know them so well when they go by their first name.
We don't have last names. Mike Motion in the game for Boyertown, Trey Kern, Braden Johnson,
and Brant Rath.
Brant Rath also in the game as Anthony.
So funny. You always like to see the reserves maybe putting up a 3 here, you know, Jim?
Yeah, it's always good varsity experience. Whenever you get on the court in a varsity game, regardless of what's going on, these players are going to certainly give everything they got. Here's Ryan Thompson, also in the game for Boyertown.
3 for Brent Rath. It's good.
For Brent Rath.
3-pointer. All around for Boyertown Bears.
Under a minute to go here.
74-48. Boyertown leads, as they have for 98% of the game. Great dish out. Just a little too hard off the glass. Avon Grove going the other way. Nice little handles.
This is Tayshawn.
And Braden Johnson's going to get called for the foul. Just a bit too eager from Braden Johnson.
A little too eager.
A little too eager. He gets like that sometimes. Though.
You know, here's your other soccer analogy, Jimmy.
What's that?
Or not really analogy, but soccer comparison.
Okay.
All these one-name players.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, like we said before, I forget what it's from, but they all call themselves, you know, one name, like Adele.
Yeah.
And Rihanna and Drake. But yes, there's a lot of one-name soccer players. Neymar and
Fabinho.
Ronaldinho. Yeah, a lot of very, very talented soccer players. Very true.
And Fred.
And Fred.
Not Chris Davis. Fred.
Yeah, I was just going to say. Do you mean?
I mean the Man U Fred.
Great look. Trey Kern.
And that's his total.
Ryan Thompson with a great vision. Going to go off of Trey Kern's leg here, but Avon Garden's going to get a 3.
From Nick.
Good for Nick.
And Boyertown's going to get out of here.
The win on the first night.
With a 23-point victory. Great job from Boyertown tonight as Jake Kapp leads all scores with 28.
Yeah.
Just a wonderful, wonderful performance here from the Boyertown Bears, and we're hoping we can see the same from the Lady Bears in the next matchup that we'll have in about 15 minutes here on the NFHS Network. Yeah,
it was a great game from Boyertown. Can we say that it's almost usual now? I mean, I haven't seen them have an off night, I guess you could say. I think they play the same way. They have the same mentality going in every game. It's good to see. Very excited to finish out the holiday tournament tomorrow, hopefully with another win. But throughout the season, really excited to see what this Boyertown boys team brings.
I'm gonna see if they make some noise in league play coming off of this holiday classic. As the girls are coming out to warm up, we'll be back here. Lady Bears take on Villa Joseph Marie here on the NFHS Network in about 15 minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the finale of the first day of the Boyertown 2022 Holiday Classic. Where this evening, the Gems of Villa Joseph Marie are host to your Boyertown Lady Bears. And now the starting lineups first with the Gems. Number 11, Riley Beal. Number 13, Grace Pazika. Number 10, Lizzie Cromwell. Number 35, Ava Damiani. And number 21, Julia Mack. And now there's the starting lineup for your Boyertown Lady Bears. Number 4, Tara Wolf. Number 5, Harper Glenn. Number 11, Carly Schweitzer. Number 21, Corey Beaver. And number 44, Madeline Weaver. National Anthem is played in the previous contest. We will get right to tip. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Game 2. Boyertown boys put on quite a performance against the Avon Grove Red Devils. Hoping to see the same from the girls here tonight as they play host to the Gems of Villa Joseph Marie in the nightcap and final game of the first day of the 2022 Holiday Classic. Those of you who missed the boys game, I'm Jim Towers. And with me, as always, for the past 22 years of his life, my firstborn, Jimmy Towers is with me tonight. John Kaleda is with a prior engagement. Welcome back, Jimmy.
Good to be back. Last game of the day. Let's get a win for the Lady Bears.
Let's get a dub for them here. Lady Bears are playing Villa Joseph Marie, Catholic school out of, I believe, Holland, Pennsylvania.
I think you're right.
Bucks County, somewhere in that neck of the
Somewhere
woods.
in Bucks County. They get the tip right off the bat. And the nickname, the Gems.
Yeah, J-E-M-S.
Really?
Yes.
Gems. Interesting.
Which I'm
with a J.
wondering has something to do with the Joseph. Good defense, I thought, by first starter Kira Wolf.
I thought so, too. Stood her ground. Maybe a little bit too much contact. And number 13, Grace Pazika at the line. What can we expect from the Lady Bears here tonight, Jim? You've done a few of their games so far in the season.
Well, thank you for putting me on the spot.
You're welcome.
I could not answer the question nearly as well as the Reverend John Kaleda could. But,
put you on the spot.
You know, it's been an interesting season for the Lady Bears. Certainly in transition season, but one thing we're going to see from them is aggressive play. And we mentioned a little bit with the boys earlier. Does not matter if these girls, as Carly Schweitzer hits goes for a long three that's no good. Doesn't matter if these Lady Bears are up by 30 or down by 30. They are going to give 100% every single time on both ends of the court. And it is a lot of fun to watch when you see this much effort from a team, regardless of what it says on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you can't help but just love to watch the never give up mentality. I think the one game I was here for, well, how much were they down by, Jim, the Faith Christian? Because they brought it back within one, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Incredible.
I'd have to go back and check that out.
Go back and check the Marvel notebook there.
Yeah, check the Marvel notebook for the previous score.
Harper Glennon at the point, per usual for the Lady Bears.
Typical Boyertown offense here for the Lady Bears. A lot of movement, a lot of passing around the perimeter, a lot of cutting, and they are usually incredibly patient.
Well, I know from previous games that her sister, Kira's sister Chloe, likes to come up with the high block, check to the ball. It would be interesting to see what her sister does the same or not.
Nice drive there by Carly Schweizer. Got a little bit off angle there. Normally like to keep a better angle at the basket. Kind of lost an angle a little bit with some defensive pressure. Made that a tougher shot than it probably needed to be. But see, Jimmy, it's basketball's about angles too.
That's right. But it's nice to have, a backboard to shoot off of when you're going down the lane, right? About that angle. The Gems for three. It's good. Number 10, Lizzie Grunwell for three.
And for those of you listening to the Avon Grove game, we had to laugh because the roster for Avon Grove was all first names. This roster for Villa Joseph Marie is all last names. Got the first names of the starting five. So if they go to their bench, we'll be giving you last names.
Well, it's interesting point to make too, Jim. 3 bench players to mark down on the book. Be interesting to see how this game plays out. If you can get the ball moving from Boyertown, try to use the bench. 3 subs isn't the most ideal depth, especially in the game of basketball, especially in high school basketball.
Yes, that is correct. And I did hear when I was down getting my piece of calzone in between games that I heard said that Villa Joseph Marie did have some girls out. I don't know whether that was health reasons or travel reasons. Sometimes it is difficult over the holiday season. But they did mention they were short some girls.
Corey Bieber with a long 3, just short. Kira Wolfka rebound. Just too hard bounce pass.
Now, how in the world is my book off of the actual score? I have Lizzie Grunwell with a 3-pointer from a corner, and I have Grace Pazika making 1 of 2 foul shots.
Yes,
for 4 points.
Yeah, that's true. I think maybe they called it a long 2. Maybe her foot was on the line. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because she did make 1 of 2.
You are right. She did make 1 of 2. It should be, if they call it a 3, it should be 4-0, but her foot may have been on the line. It's going to be...
Board says 3. We'll go with 3.
We'll go with 3. Maybe check the board later. Check the scores table later.
That's got to be an over-the-back call. Nope, they're just going to call him out of bounds. Boyertown will get the ball. Mom will call him Clay. I'm going to call him Clay. Board says 3. You're going to say 3.
We didn't see before, Hannah Adamski and Courtney Schweizer checks in the game for the Lady Bears. And they are denied once again on the offensive drive. The Gems look to capitalize. Just off the mark for 3. And Lady Bears picks it up back up. 3-0 with under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter here in the nightcap of the holiday tournament at Boyertown High School. Schweizer for 3, just off again. Good rebound by the Lady Bears. Harper Glennon goes herself, just off again.
I think you're going to see the Lady Bears, part of their offensive too, is a lot of 3-pointers. They're not as on as the boys were in the first game here, but they will keep shooting that.
Good backdoor cut by the Gems here. Dishes it out. Also on the line, should be 2. It is.
Maybe that's how she shot that one from the corner. It looked
Might
like
have
she
been.
was behind, but
She likes to put a plant foot out there.
Yes, her form has got that plant foot, that right foot a little bit further away from her body. So maybe that was on the line there in the corner and we just missed it.
Maybe her mentality is if it goes in, it goes in. No matter how you shoot it.
Larry Bird did not have the prettiest shot, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Lady Bears got to get something going on this inbound pass here. And we'll kick it all the way out. Maddie Weaver with the ball. Good cut there by Hannah.
Yeah, those are the cuts that the Lady Bears look for. Those
Nice little floater, just doesn't go.
Those weak side cuts are kind of what they look for.
The games that I've seen, from the Lady Bears, they seem to be very active on the offensive side, and they seem to hit every part of the backboard, the rim, the net, but sometimes they just are just unlucky. Just something doesn't drop.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate part for it, is that they certainly are doing everything in their power to get open shots and get open looks. It's just that sometimes, unfortunately, it doesn't fall.
The Gems take a 7-0 lead. Minute left in the first. Boyertown Lady Bear ball underneath the basket.
Under a minute left here.
Got to get something on the board here, Jim, in the first quarter.
Yeah, really important to go into the quarter with a crooked number.
You can't go scoreless. They do everything they can. Harper Glennon's doing everything she can. Draws a foul. Looks like she hopped on one leg.
She did.
To get a better angle.
She got fouled before that, though, so they'll get it under the basket.
All right. Hannah Adamski's going to inbound the ball for the Lady Bears. She's got to get it in.
That'll be good. She didn't touch it. She'll be able to do that.
Well, that's good, because I actually thought she got a hand on it.
Yeah, if she would have.
Yeah, I thought she did.
If she would have, it would have been backcourt violation.
Right.
Under 20.
Good baseline look. Just a bit over by Adamski. 13 seconds now. Great defense by Maddie Weaver to block it.
8 seconds. Let's see Lady Bears convert here.
And Adamski, long three.
Great look.
Oh, just off the mark. All right, first quarter's over. Fast first quarter.
Very fast.
My goodness.
It was a very fast
7-0 Gems.
Yeah, very fast first quarter.
They have a touchdown over the Lady Bears to end the first quarter.
Yeah, it's very tough to come back from something like that, but really being held scoreless and only down by 7, it's not the end of the world. Lady Bears have certainly come back from worse. And they just stick with the game plan. Trust their game plan. Things aren't clicking right now offensively like they would like them to. Have been getting some good shots, been getting some open shots. Like to see them a little more controlled underneath the basket and on the baseline. They've had a couple wild shots there on their drives. But if they stick with their game plan and continue to be patient, I think they'll get it turned around here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's a good point, I think, as the Lady Bears coaches are telling the girls right now, hey, be patient, wait for those better shots, make a little bit better decisions under the basket. They've been tending to go for the more hard shot from different harder angles around the court. I think, if they're telling them, you guys are doing the right things, playing the right way, giving the right effort, just make it a little easier on yourself, Doesn't have to be that hard.
We'll reset here as we start the second quarter. Villa Joseph Marie will have possession to start the second quarter here. They're up 7-0. No timeouts called yet by either team, and only 3 total fouls, 2 for the Gems, 1 for the Lady Bears, which explains the fast first quarter.
Yeah, makes it easy on the scorer's table, that's for sure.
And we still screwed up one of them.
And we still screwed up.
Hate to sound like a broken record when you do this, but the Boyertown definitely wants to stop here. Get a stop and then convert on the offensive end. Be a great way to start the second quarter.
Well, that'll do it.
I like the pressure from Boyertown. The defensive pressure's been great this first 24 seconds.
It's certainly there. I think if they can get something where they just turn it over, get a fast break, get an easy layup, I think that would be a good start for the Boyertown offense. Sometimes the sitting back and waiting for the turnover defense to the counterattack offense can be just as effective.
Yeah, defense, a lot of times, sometimes when you play defense, you're waiting for the offense to make a mistake rather than trying to force a mistake.
Yep, that was another soccer analogy, by the way. That's why I said that.
Nice defensive rebound by the Lady Bears. They had Hannah Adamski wide open under the basket, couldn't see her.
Finally, Harper Glennon.
And what do you say? They hurt us. It's exactly what they needed. They got a good stop, and even better than a conversion offensively, they got a three-pointer from Harper Glennon.
Just like that, they're within 4. Harper Glennon, much-needed three-point to get this Boyertown offense going.
And that's how quickly it can get turned around. It's a very sluggish start for the Lady Bears, but have a great defensive hold on a relatively long possession.
And just like that, Harper Glennon doing all herself. Unlucky. They hit the rim and out. The Gems go back down. They're going to get a foul. And they're going to go to the line. Really unfortunate for Harper Glennon to shoot a 3, get within 4, same end of the floor, get a steal, just to miss off the mark just a bit. But they're doing the right things again. They're doing all the correct things. They're putting good effort in, and just unlucky to not put some more points on the board.
Julia Mack makes her first of 2. And I don't mind that foul either from Boyertown, whether they did it intentionally or not. And she was kind of alone, a little bit of a cherry pick there for Mack. Make her earn the 2.
Can't have that, though. Can't have an offensive rebound on a free throw from the Gems. Second chance points. You know, we talk about it anywhere, whether it's high school basketball or, as we see the Sixers do, Dad.
Yeah.
Second chance points.
Second chance points is always a killer. That means you got to do
extra work.
Do better on your defensive rebounding,
extra defensive
which is something
work.
the Lady Bears have done much better on. Their rebounding as a whole has been much improved since we saw it earlier in the season. And it takes time off the clock. You know, Villa Joseph Marie certainly does not seem like a run and gun type of offense.
That was a great cut. I think that was Julia Mack. Great cut by Julia Mack. They go 2, 3 to 10. Gems are up by 7. Courtney Schweizer there with a 3. A little bit long for the Lady Bears. Has it been a high fouling game as well?
Let's see, there's a nice defensive rebound. Get a longer rebound on those three-pointers. Got that board.
I think that's the same play we just saw in the first quarter there, Jim. We go down. Carly Schweizer looking to get a nice layup, and her angle's just a little bit difficult to put it in for 2. Just making it a little bit more hard on herself. Some great defense here by the Lady Bears, though.
Excellent job.
I will say. Just too bad they can't convert their great defense and reward themselves with some points.
Kara Wolf and Corey Bieber checking back in for the Lady Bears. We'll see if they can do that here offensively. Once again, they've been getting the open looks. They've been getting the shots. They just
haven't been converting. I would like to see them set something up Maybe come to the high post. Maybe get a backdoor cut. Maybe an open three like this. Unlucky. Unlucky from Carly Schweizer. Rebound by Schweizer. Bringing up the court. Boyertown capitalize.
Yep, saw that coming. Oh, a little long.
So it looks like she's going to stay here. Yeah, I was going to say. Very, debatable call. I think it looked like it went off the Gem's shoulder. But it's going to stay here with Boyertown in the basket. Do we see a corner three there, Jim?
I think we might.
Not going to swing it. And we are wrong. Nonetheless, Lady Bears still have possession. And we can get to swing it. Yep. Sometimes with the decision making as well, Jim, I know it looks like you want to make that pass or you're trying to force it. Sometimes it's just better. You know what? Let's just go to the open person. There we go. Maddie Weaver.
Great job by Maddie Weaver coming around. A little 15-foot jump shot.
12-5 here, Gems. About 3 minutes left in the first half.
That's a good call. That's a they're going to call an illegal screen. That was give part of that foul to Harper Glennon, working her way through and being tenacious on that rather than be lazy and go around that screen. She fought through it, forced that screen kind of to move her body to try to be more effective. You can say Harper Glennon did her part to draw that foul there as well. About 2:45 left here in the first half.
Glennon trying to run something here. Corey Bieber with a three. It's good. Corey Bieber.
That's exactly what we've been saying, is that they were off at the beginning of the game, but they are going to continue to shoot the ball.
I've heard the Reverend say it many, many times. The way to get out of shooting
is to shoot.
A shooting slump. You got to shoot. Corey Bieber puts the Bears back within 6 as the Gems score on the offensive. 14-8. Again, I feel like, you're passing into
they're collapsing
high block, and it's 3-person on.
Well, there's not
one.
3 people on until she gets it.
Right.
They're kind of collapsing on her a little bit.
Well, it's either, you maybe a fake pass to make it look like it and then swing it the other way, or give it right to her hands, maybe more accurate pass and then that high block girl can swing it quicker.
It could be, but you bring it to her in there, you get it to her and have her kind of a snap pass to her, have her keep it high and just turn quickly on a pivot and go opposite with it a little bit quicker. It's a possibility. Actually, I just saw Coach Spicer grab it and pivot and go the other direction. Might have just been saying the exact same thing.
I'm glad that you saw that, because thought I was going to be wrong, but honestly, it makes me feel good. Sometimes I'm saying the right thing.
Sometimes. And that's not to say that I was right.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Just because I say him pivot doesn't mean that you're saying
we were
exactly
saying,
what I was saying.
No, we cannot hear him, nor do we have a sideline reporter.
No, but they're certainly not triple teaming her in the post. It's just they're collapsing on that.
Right.
And you're going to want to try to be a little bit quicker if that's what they're going to continue to do.
Swing
the other thing you can do is have her screen down, have her cut. There's a variety of different things you can do.
Right. And I think that's why Coach Schweisford called timeout. And Lady Bears rebound and look to go on the offensive. Down 6 here with 1:30 left in the half. Unlucky there.
They're going to get those wide open looks, and they're going to keep shooting them.
Why not?
Eventually
As
they will
the
go
Gems get a wide open 3 off the mark. Good rebound by the Lady Bears. Good positioning. Corey Bieber's going to try to run something here. A minute left in the half here. You need the Lady Bears to get within, 3 points. Hopefully find a 3, maybe 4 points.
There's 3.
Weaver. It's good. Just as I was saying, down within 3. Maybe get a big defensive stop here. Maybe get another chance for yourself before the half. If anything, just get a stop here.
Right. This is a big point in the game here, especially for how they started. Get a stop. Maybe we convert to cut it to 1 or tie it up. Nothing easy.
Good help, D. Thought the defense was very good up until that point. Just drawing a little contact there. 16.5 left in the half. And the Gems go to the line. 35, Ava. Gummihead. Shoot 2. Well, Jim, Bears are going to look to have another possession here. Hold for 1 shot if they can get the rebound. Okay, they're going to inbound. Down by 4 with 16.5 seconds left in the half. If they can, they'll be looking to get it within 2 or 3.
That's usually the way the math works, Jim.
That's right. I'm just saying like it is, like you usually do in these situations. Just a bit long, the 3-point. All right, Corey Bieber. And that'll do it for the first half here. 15 Gems, Boyertown 11. Another quick quarter. Only 1 timeout taken all half. It was taken by the Boyertown. Going to halftime down by 4 compared to when they were down by 7 when they didn't score at all. So it's easy math. They scored 11 in the second quarter.
That is right. And, we spent a little time. One of the other things we talk a lot about is winning a quarter. And obviously Boyertown not scoring in the first quarter, down 7-0. They won that quarter 11-8. So you win the next couple quarters. You continue to do that. You have a quarter like you had this quarter. We were able to convert offensively. They hit a few 3-pointers. They hit 3 3-pointers. 3 of their 4 field goals that quarter were from 3-point land. So they're able to do that. Just go into the locker room. We're not going to play a half of basketball. We're going to play 2 quarters of basketball. Let's win the next quarter by 3. Let's win the fourth quarter by 3. And then we win the game. And I think that's kind of, as you're looking at something like this, when you're have that type of mentality, you're really doing you're really working fairly well on your offense. The ball's just not dropping for you. Again, doing a little bit of better job with some of those shots underneath the basket, a little bit more controlled. But the 3-pointers are there. Most of these 3-pointers are taken. They're open. And they're going to continue to take them. They're going to continue to put them up. And eventually they will drop. So we'll see what happens here when they come back out from the locker room. We have 8 minutes and 45 seconds left at halftime. Boyertown Lady Bears down 4, 15-11. Their opening night of the Holiday Classic. We'll be back on the NFHS Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for second half action. You have 3:50 left to go in halftime. The girls are out warming up. Boyertown down 11-15 to the Villa Joseph Marie Gems. Lady Bears will have the ball to start the second half with 4 timeouts in the game, and Villa Joseph Marie hasn't used any. They will have 5.
I want to say from Boyertown High School to everyone listening, and hope they had a great holiday.
Very, very good holiday season, that's for sure.
How was your Christmas, Jim?
I don't know, Jimmy. How was your Christmas? We should know you were there.
It was delightful.
I'm very, very excited for the weather to change.
Yep.
I haven't decided if my first.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's your?
Got a smoker for Christmas.
Yep.
As you know.
As I do know. Yes, I was there.
And
as you said.
I don't know if it's going to be ribs or brisket.
Oh.
I haven't decided yet.
Now, it's too bad the Reverend's not here, because we could go on a nice little tangent about what would be a better first smoker meal.
Oh, I'm sure I'll ask him tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow.
To be honest, you know what I'm going to say?
What are you going to say?
I want brisket. I want brisket.
Good to know.
Yeah. I think because I feel like because ribs we can make, we make it in the slow cooker, right?
Yeah, you're making the slow cooker, making it in the oven.
I feel like brisket is made for the smoker.
True.
And I feel like with you knowing your whole spice and the rub and whatever, it'll be top notch.
That's not a bad idea. I'm also thinking I'd like to smoke some chicken wings too. I think that would be a nice.
Interesting. What else can we smoke?
Anything.
Really?
Sausage. Sure. Anything.
Don't tempt me.
I really think it's kind of like an endless possibilities of all of those things. I mean, you pretty much can any protein.
All I can say
any
is
protein plus. I mean, you can do anything.
Yeah. All I can say is thinking, summertime, smoker is at its peak. Get downstairs to the man cave.
Yes. Slowly but surely developing the man
Slowly
cave.
but surely.
My lovely older 2 children got me and my wife a TV and TV mount to put on the wall so we can take the current TV down to the man cave.
We are slowly transforming
very slowly
the basement into something that Jim and I call the man cave, loose term, quote unquote.
Well, it looks more like it does look like a cave.
It looks like somewhere where the insects go.
It looks like a cave.
To house.
It looks like a cave.
It does look like a cave.
It's very aptly named.
Yes. But it's a good thing we still have a little bit of time before everyone heads back to school, everyone back to work, which is nice. New Year's is coming up. What's on the plate for New Year's Eve appetizers?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Oh, I know.
You're not gonna,
I won't.
You're not
yeah, it's only you guys. So I just know that, we usually go all out the New Year's Eve appetizer. That was something that I always look forward to as well.
Yeah, appetizers for dinner. We've done.
Yeah,
that
appetizers for dinner all the time for New Year's Eve. I know. Yeah. Remember, the best thing we did. I think the best year was when we went to Lancaster. Where did we go to get that?
Oh, Shady Maple?
No. Oh, was it like the store?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a grocery store.
Good stuff.
Well.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Anyway, we're back in it. Boyertown has possession here to start the second half, down 4. Let's get a win tonight here, Jim. 2 for 2 on the night for Boyertown.
It'd be great to see.
What do we say?
It'd be a great way to start the holiday tournament.
Great drive, Corey Bieber. That's a great start to the second half. Corey Bieber, second 3 of the night. Back within 1 for the Bears.
And all of a sudden it is a 1-point deficit.
Harper Glennon, great defense, great steal. Going back the other way is Maddie Weaver. Another 3. Bang!
And look at that. Lady Bears up by 2. And Villa Joseph Marie is going to call the first
quick timeouts. Wow, just like that, down 4 to start the second half. 46 seconds to the game, into the half, I should say. 17-15, Lady Bears.
You could not have scripted.
First lead of the night.
You could not have scripted a better way for the Lady Bears to start this half. You certainly want them to convert on the first possession. You want them to have a good defensive stand. They do both of those things. They convert both offensive times, both times 3-pointers. So they got maximum, for our poker language, maximum value on those first two possessions.
That's true.
Max value on that. The only thing that could have done any better is getting fouled on one of those 3-pointers, but rarely see that.
And here it is for the first time in the game. The Gems trail. Let's see what kind of response they can make.
It certainly brings a new kind of life to the Lady Bears as well. When you've been trailing for so much, is
hard take.
Ava Gummany.
17. Gummieni. Yes, hard take. Great bucket. Just like that, it's a close game.
Can't get much closer.
Can't get any better than this for a holiday tournament. Maddie Weaver brings it up. Sweisford looking for a foul. Does not get one. Gems go the other way.
Lady Bears sticking to their man-to-man defense here. Not getting the count up top.
I think they've done fairly well most of the game in their man-to-man as they draw a foul.
I hear the door open and close, and entering the box, Boyertown legend himself, Jerry Cap.
It's the wrong cap for this game here, Jim. But we'll take it.
It's the
Cap,
wrong cap.
nonetheless.
Anytime
a Cap walks in the building.
Anytime you can get a guest whose name is in the rafters, I think is a quality guest.
Very true.